I've been doing social media for my youth ministry the same way for honestly years now. Very focused on reels and short form video content. But recently, I actually added a new strategy, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been getting more engagement than anything else that I post, which is wild. And here's the crazy part, because most people are either ignoring this or just doing it completely wrong. I'm not replacing the short form vertical based video. I'm actually gonna stack this new strategy on top of it. And make sure that you stick around, because I'm gonna show you how you can get this new strategy, a completely done for you AI powered tool for, that's right, free. I'm not joking. Welcome everyone to the Hybrid Ministry Show. Well, hey everyone, welcome to the Hybrid Ministry Show. My name is Nick Clayson. In this podcast, we talk about making digital discipleship easy, possible, and accessible. And I'm excited to share with you how this particular tool is actually going to start doing that. And like I said in the intro, for the longest time, my social media strategy, the history was very simple. I was posting short form vertical based video. If it was on Instagram or Facebook, that's called a reel. If it was on YouTube, it's called a short. And of course on TikTok, it's just, I guess, called a TikTok video, right? Because that's what grows your audience. And to be clear, that's actually still true. In fact, if you take a look here on screen, if you're watching on YouTube, this is the results from a carousel-based post, which is the new strategy that I'm going to be talking about, versus a reel. And the carousel-based post, almost 99.1%, almost 100% follower-based interactions, which is good for us as churches, right? Our people who are in our congregation that we're shepherding, they're the ones that are going to be, targeted and seeing some of these carousel-based posts. But if you look over here at reel, it's nearly 50% follower to 50% non-follower content. And so video is still the best way to reach new people. And so what I started noticing, right, when I would start posting these follower-based or carousel-based posts, is that if I was only ever targeting new people, my own audience was never able to go deeper. And if I'm just going to be completely honest with you, reels bring in new people, carousels go deeper with the people that are already there. And so this is where and how discipleship can happen online. Now, listen, I know that discipleship happens best knee to knee, eye to eye, in person. However, there are learning and micro learning opportunities and micro disciple making opportunities online as well. And I'm going to show you how this works. And so these carousel based posts, right? I kid you not, they're getting more saves, they're getting more shares, they're getting more swipes. And the reach of new people is still going to continue to happen by continually posting videos, which is a core part of my hybrid strategy. So let me show you. These are some of the top performing carousel-based posts, and they're a little bit misleading because if you look at the big number that Instagram provides, that's the number of views on Instagram, but the top number here that I wrote in, real small, you'll notice that there is a number that also includes Facebook numbers. So while this says 4,368 on Instagram, it's actually 12,569 when you include the Facebook numbers. Same with 3,541 and 8,689. So these are some of the performing views from carousel-based posts. If you look down beneath the little graph there, that's where you'll see the breakdown between followers and non-followers. And then if you look across the top here, you'll see comments, you'll see likes, you'll see shares, and you'll see saves. And you'll see that these carousel-based posts are performing incredibly well. Not to be outdone, here are my recent top performing reels. And just to be honest, I cherry picked the best performing carousel-based posts. And I also cherry picked the best performing reels. So we had one that had 12,000 views and impressions on carousels. Over on Reels, our best one was 2,761. Still absolutely nothing to sneeze at, but not as strong as 12,000. You see what I'm saying? And so you can see the breakdown, but once again, look down beneath this little graph here, and you'll see the breakdown between follower versus non-follower. And so what I want to be very clear about, this isn't an either or strategy. It's actually both, right? Let's say this: if reels are your front door, carousels are your discipleship tool. And so once I realized this, I realized I need to create a new system. So my 4-step process for creating a good carousel-based post, let's just dive into it. Step number 1, decide your length. Do you want 5 slides or do you want to go a little bit deeper with, say, 7 slides? Then I have actually been using and leaning into AI to help me generate my content. It's helping me create scroll stopping headlines, which I'm going to be honest with you, I've had to train AI on how to do it, but eventually I have gotten around to telling it exactly what I need. Student language, so language that isn't overly churchy, that's going to actually resonate and relate to where they are in their life right now. And I've instructed AI to create biblically grounded, so that it actually is pulling from a biblical reference and not just what it thinks. And of course, you're going to want to double check that too, because AI can make mistakes, as ChatGPT so lovingly reminds us. And then step 3, I design it. A lot of times I use Photoshop, but I've also started using Canva. I've been really impressed with what I can get out of Canva. And then unfortunately, to make one of those seamless, like swipey ones, Canva doesn't actually offer something that goes like slide by slide by slide. So it only exports the whole big thing. And so I have to slice it real quick and then post it. And you know what? Actually, I think here's what I want to do. So if you were to check out this link down below in the show notes, you would gain access to this post if you chose to jump into it. And I'm going to share with you how you can actually get it for free. But you would, number 1, you'd select your length. So I'm just going to say we'll go with 7, okay? And then this right here, you're going to deploy the AI architect. And so you're going to copy and paste everything here that is italicized. So copy, and now I'm going to go over here to ChatGPT and I'm going to put it in. And there's a couple of spots where you need to adjust. So right here, we're going to say 7 slides. And then right here, the topic, let's say handling grief, okay? And then everything else should be good to go. This right here is instructing it to mimic the post style from me. And then everything else, you might not be able to see it all because, you know, you got to go get it. Like, I'm not just going to give it away here on this video. But boom, I sent it off to ChatGPT. So now I got my different headlines and what it's going to give me. And so next I'm going to drop it into this design. So let's go ahead and get it rolling. So back over here, grief, it doesn't just go away. Grief. Boom. That's step 3 right there. And by the way, this Canva design is included in the tool. And I'm going to make a promise. I'm going to add to this post, I'm going to add bottomless Canva tools. So as I create them, I'll share my templates with you, and you can take either 5 or 7 slide posts. So now I'm going to just export this sucker real fast, and it's going to save as one big thing, right? Like I was saying, like Canva doesn't break it up for us. And then we got to get back over here. Okay, and then this tool right here, all the instructions, of course, are going to be in the thing that you just purchased. We're going to split them horizontally. We're going to do 7, and we're going to maximize the output, split the image, download. And then look, here you go, you have a seamless carousel post. And the time, you see how long this took. I did it right here live on screen for you. This post is going to save you hours. It's going to, I've honed in this AI strategy. So the headlines are scroll stopping, and I'm going to tell you what, my headline formula, which is baked into the AI prompt, is going to be the key to your success. This post is $9 and it's a one-time cost for you. If you want to create better carousel posts and you want access to all of my Canva designs, as well as I've included a Photoshop design. If you have Photoshop skills, you can jump in there and you can use the Photoshop included file as well. Either one of those, $9 for you. You'll get the exact prompt, you'll get templates, and like I said, I'm going to add new Canva designs every month or so. Now, here's how you get this free. It's not completely free because you have to become a member first, but for $4 a month, you would get access to this post. In addition to that, you're going to get access to my seasonal social media pack, which is now going to include a tie over into the carousel engine moving forward, and that's going to be an adjustment to my overall hybrid strategy. And finally, you're going to get access to my weekly bonus podcast where I'm trying to lean into hybrid ministry and creativity on a week-to-week basis, and I'm going to recap our service every single week, and you're going to get that bonus podcast on Monday morning. And so for $4 a month, you'll get this post completely included as a member of your hybrid hero membership tier. And $4 a month, in case you didn't know, that breaks out to $48 over the course of a year. If you charge this to your continuing or professional development account, you can probably swing less than $50 out of your church ministry professional development pocket. And if you can't, it's less than the cost of a cup of coffee. So brew one at home. It's probably even better. Let's just be honest. I'm drinking Oak Cliff coffee this morning. Shout out to all of my favorite. Drop your favorite coffee roaster down below in the comments because mine's Oak Cliff. I'd get it from the grocery store once a week. And I'm just drinking it here on a Friday morning at my house. Less than the cost of a cup of coffee, especially from Starbucks, $4 a month, weekly bonus podcast, seasonal social media pack, and now access to everything on my Patreon, which includes this carousel engine. My friend Scott Tinman, he actually told his youth ministry leader cohort yesterday, he said, hey, listen, Nick's Patreon weekly recap show have been so helpful for me to hear how and what he's doing, and it's been helping me in my own context. And so all of the links, the engine as well as the membership, are linked down below in the podcast description. Like I said earlier, we are here to make digital discipleship easy, possible, and accessible. So my friends, as always, don't forget, stay hybrid.